based from a book entitled A Guide to Common Trees in Bukit Gasing. In 1950s, Gasing Hill was a rubber estate. Then it has been left idle for 50 years. Within that time, the pioneer species such as sesendok tree or Angiospermum diadenum have grown between the rubber trees. In 2005, there are 33 species of plants that have been tagged in Gasing Hill. It is one of the oldest parks in Malaysia. Status of Gasing Hill. It is located at the boundary of two most urbanized cities in Klang Valley, which are Petaling Jaya and Kuala Lumpur. The highest point of Gasing Hill is 160 meters. The total area of Gasing Hill is 100 hectares. The area of Gasing Hill on the Petaling Jaya side is 36 hectares, while the area of Gasing Hill, which lies in Kuala Lumpur side, makes up 64% of its total area. However, the Petaling Jaya site has been gazetted by the local authority as a green belt, while for the Kuala Lumpur site, the area has not been gazetted by any law. Therefore, the developers have proposed to convert the area in Kuala Lumpur site into a bungalow lot. The local people and NGO against the proposal because they are concerned that Gasing Hill might lose its essential properties as a green belt towards the ecosystem of Klang Valley.
Usually, when you talk about green line, it means an area in an urban area in a town or city, which provides recreation space, some greenery, maybe to reduce the amount of carbon in the air. And that's what they mean by green line. The real value of Gasing is, as what I described earlier, because of the ecosystem functions, microclimate regulation, carbon absorption, soil stabilization, flood control, those kind of things. That is the real value of Gasing.
Microclimate exists in Petaling Jaya and Kuala Lumpur, as these heavily urban areas where brick, concrete, and asphalt absorb the sun's energy, heat up and re-radiate that heat to the ambient air released by the trees in Gasing Hill, which eventually cool the local atmosphere. Besides, Gasing Hill serves as a bird reservoir. This hill has an extraordinary richness in avian life. This area is rich in both garden and forest birds. The garden birds are found along the edge of green belt, while the forest birds are found within the green belt. In a report entitled A Focus on the Gasing Ridge by Kanta Kumari, a project of WWF Malaysia, she has tabulated numerous number of bird species recorded at Gasing Hill in 1989.
So any area, at the edge, there will always be some form of deterioration or degradation because at the edge, the temperature is higher, there's more pollution. So normally the trees around the edge tend to die and then they will fall. So that's why the bigger area is the better because the edge effect is only at the edge. The core of the area is still safe, not affected by us or the external environment. But if you have a very small area and if let's say the edge effect can be felt, let's say 10 meters or so from the edge, and if your area is not very big, then of course 10 meters into the forest is already a lot and having an impact. Yeah. And unfortunately for Gasing, the area is linear, almost linear. Whereas if it's round, the edge effect is less because the core area is still pretty much protected.
Moreover, Gasing Hill is overused by the visitors from Petaling Jaya and Kuala Lumpur during weekends for their jogging trail. Gasing Hill bears a carrying capacity in soil structure. Mr. Suring Suksuwan, concerns with the huge number of visitors without improper management, might rupture the trail that eventually cause soil erosion. In addition, irresponsible visitors dispose their solid waste such as plastic bottle and food wrapper at everywhere and even into the stream. enrichment planting at Casing Hill should be encouraged because this will stabilize the soil and prevent the soil erosion that may lead to landslip. Because planted trees will reduce the velocity of rainwater that moves from the top part to the bottom valley of Casing Hill. Besides, this will help to increase the biodiversity of the plants in this secondary forest. In conclusion, Casing Hill should be preserved as to maintain its property as a green belt.